Hi Sagis, how are you guys doing? Welcome to Sagittarius Tarot and another daily oracle reading. How are you? Are you feeling this energy? It is so pretty. Alright, well, let's think. Today holds the energy of number 14. And 14 is a beautiful, beautiful, magical number. It's a karmic number. It means a lot of things when you bump into it or you see it in your daily life. It is a sort of way to encourage you by telling you that whatever this is, how you perceive it or conceive it, negative or positive, you're meant to experience it. It is part of your path. You're meant to be going through this. You're meant to be doing this. It's a confirmation from the universe. It's amazing. Now, in itself, it holds the energy of number 1, birth, beginning or seed, image, individuality, identity, looks, idea, right? And it holds number 4, structure, home, core. And so that can only say, and that can only embrace with the 1 here, along with the 4, that it is time to change the core. It is time to upgrade the structure. It is time to renovate the home. It is time to renew. And so with that, number 14 holds the energy of embracing much needed change. Much needed change. There is imminent change. You can postpone it a little bit. You can hide away from it a little bit, but it's there. It's bound to happen, right? It is bound to happen. So you gotta embrace it. You have got to embrace that change. How glorious, right? It's a very, very, very glorious type of day. Now, number 14 is 1 plus 4. If we reduce that, 1 plus 4 equals 5. And 5 holds the energy of fun, passion, sex, creativity, hobbies, desires, all that. And what do all of these entail or englobe or include? They represent the energy of transformation, because there's no creativity, there's no creation, there's no children, there's no hobbies, there's no passion, there's no desires, there's none of that if you do not experience transformation or transform as you embrace that change. Art in itself is transformation, because it is transforming your pain or your feelings or whatever you're going through or your experiences into art. It is also transforming materials into art, like let's say the paint or clicks of a mouse or digital information or pictures or whatever you want to call it. It is the act of transformation. And so today you are going to transform in order to embrace much needed change. Very, 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 very nice. All right, now let me pick for you the daily oracle for today and see what do you get. I'm going to pick it from Ask an Angel. Let's see, what do we have? Wow, amazing, amazing. We get Archangel Haniel, or Haniel, beauty. Beauty, beautiful. So aligned with the energy already. Okay, now, this card does not hold a number, so more emphasis on the 14 and the 5, right? Transforming, because beauty is all about transformation. When you get pretty, when you do your hair, when you groom, when You know, when for some of you, you put makeup on your face, when you do your hair, nails, whatever it is, whenever you shower, get cute, put on some clothes. This is if we're talking like external beauty, right? And so you're going through a process of transformation in order to do that. You are transforming. And if we're talking internal beauty, well, also in order to experience internal beauty, one has got to transform, one has got to release old fears, embrace new change, release old habits, embrace new habits, you know, sort of do the spring cleaning on the inside and tend to that internal garden, the soul. So that's already like on point with today's theme. And so beauty really is not only transformation, it is inherent with the embracing much needed change, because also sometimes we need a makeover, whether it's on the physical aspect of how we look, number one, our identity, our image, how we present ourselves to the world. Doesn't mean makeover like just us. That's our identity. Maybe that's your social media presence, that's your website, that's your LinkedIn profile, that's all your digital footprint, whether that's how you present yourself or yourself at home, or whether this is how you express your individuality. All of that, it needs a makeover. Also, your soul, your mind, your thoughts, right? This is tending to all of these compartments of you and beautify them and making them transform and go through a much needed change. So nice. Now, before I move further into reading this card, I want you to repeat with me 3 times a affirmation to invoke its energy. My ideas of perfection are relative. My ideas of perfection are relative. My ideas of perfection are relative. Very nice. You can always find that affirmation in the community tab. You can like it, you can comment on it, you can save it and meditate, you can share it, however you see fit. Now, my ideas of perfection are alive. Beauty is often like not confused, but like considered as if it's our own way to manifest or to look for or to chase perfection. And this card is here, at least how I see it. The way it is illustrated, it really embraces the affirmation I just shared. Because it says that my ideas of perfection, that means first that perfection is a construct, a concept, a notion that's in your mind, right? It's an idea. It is not something concrete, right? So it's like a sum of beliefs, experiences, habits, values, whatever, that make up that idea of your head of what perfection should be, or what beauty should be. And because, you know, like beauty or perfection, whatever, they are this construct that we're chasing, that we assign a certain value or pedestal for it. It's like our goal or vision of the world of being idealistic, or living in an idealistic world, of looking idealistic, mind, body, and soul. And so this is saying that it is relative. It is relative, really, because we're all experiencing and seeing the world from our own point of view, and there's no 2 point of views that are the same. This reminds me of the saying that says beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? What you see is pretty, someone else might not think so at all. Matter of fact, they might even think it's hideous, right? And so it is really relative. And what matters here isn't what others see, right? Because it's your eyes, your mind, your brain, your body, soul. It's what you deem to be beautiful, what you deem to be perfection, what you deem worthy of chasing. And also to, be aware of it, because also sometimes that change and that can change, and our ideals and idea of what beauty is or should be or perfection, all that do evolve with time. And so also you got to allow them to evolve with you, regardless of what everyone around you thinks. This is all about worthiness and self-love and accepting yourself for the unique gem that you are. That's why I love you. Now, if you look at how this card was illustrated, I mean, this is my take on it, but you can definitely tell that it's relative. I don't know, because for me, like whatever this is, it looks weird. So, what does I mean it looks weird? Like, they did not illustrate it in a way where it sort of defines a universal, right? I'm quoting universal because there's nothing absolute, it's all relative. But like there's a universal sort of image of how beauty should be or whatever. And for me, that's like, I cannot even categorize it in anything. It's just weird. And so this is saying that really, for me, that's an amazing and very brilliant way to illustrate this. Because while you might look at this illustration or whatever and say, oh, it's beautiful, someone else might be look at it and be like, the fuck? All right. So yeah. Okay. Again, beauty is relative, perfection is relative. It's a construct in your mind. Now, Archangel Haniel or Haniel, whatever you want to call him or call her or call it, it means the glory of God or the grace of God. That's whom they're trying to represent in this. And so why did they use that name associated with the beauty? Well, because they're really interconnected. They're really sort of mirroring each other, or the definition of each other. If you think about it, beauty, right, is the light of God, or the light of the universe, or the light of source, right? Light, magic, that is shining through things, or through creations, or through souls, or through humans. It exists, right? The light exists in everything. It exists in this coin, in this card, in my hands, in my mind, body, and soul, in the camera that's recording this, and everything that's surrounding you. It is permeating, and it's omnipresent, and it's just everywhere, right? That is light. And that is beauty, right? Because it is shining. The light is shining through everything. It comes here, it reflects, and it shines, and we can see it, and we see the beauty. This is if we're talking the eyesight. Of course, there's beauty in the sense of smell, there's beauty in the sense of all of these things. And we were equipped with our senses in order to experience beauty. And so that ability to perceive it, right? Hear it, think it, see it, smell it, touch it, all that, it comes from within us as human beings. And the idea here is that experiencing that beauty, right, in any sort of sense or capacity, is experiencing that state of grace. Because grace is really connecting with beauty and being grateful for all of it. So that's amazing. That's like the star card. Maybe that's why they put the star. That's like being connected with the universe. This is, this is it. You are it. You're very beautiful. You are the one. You are the gorgeous. You are the asset. You are the miracle. And so whenever we keep our senses, hearts, minds, and we're just completely in our own being, like remain open, we can definitely see and understand the absolute magnificence that exists within all creation around us, as well as the, like, even the flow and the synchronicities and the energies and all these things that we cannot see, touch, smell. They have so much beauty in it, and so we experiencing them is part of our lives. We were given this gift of being alive in order to experience all that. So how lucky are we, right? And this is talking about, you know, what we consider light and what we consider also dark, because without the shadows and the highlights, it's flat, we cannot see anything. That's what makes all of this interesting, the contrast. And so whether it's comedy or tragedy, whether it's art, wars, the mountain, the city, children, good things, bad things, whatever you want to call it, all of that is part of life's beauty, and all of that is experience when we're grateful for it and we're connected with it, and that's how we experience that state of grace, and that's how we experience that grace of God or Haniel or beauty, right? Because you are connected with the universe. You are from the same fabric. God is beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beauty. You are the miracle. This is talking about a lot of self-love. Amazing. And you go through all these, like the blue, which is like your ability to manifest, and the red, your fire and your passion, and pink, your soft and sensitive side, and all these doodles that are just strokes for now, which represents ideas and potential things that surround you, whether they're your creation or part of the universe that are about to manifest. Those wings and that third eye chakra and that, like, those hearts, and amazing. 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 All right. Well, this is also talking about how, since beauty permeates everything and since it exists in everything, that can mean that everything is beautiful and everything is God, you, me, this, whatever it is, and everything is already perfect by itself. It is different than our relative perfection, where we create this relative concept or construct in our mind that we chase, right? That ideal. That is not to vilify that, right? Because that drives our fuel. That is our desire to chase beauty and to reach things and to create miracles in the world, and to, you know, because God works through us, through the painter and through the architect and through the designer and through the doctor and through the lawyer and through the healer and through all of that. And you take that light and you transform it and you create even more beauty according to your relative beauty. But overall, that means since every one of us is creating that relative beauty, everything we're doing it is coming from the light of God. So everything is God and everything is beautiful and everything is already perfect. And that is how you get a whole life, a full rounded life, the wealth of life. That's sort of like a continuity from yesterday's reading. Because really, life is the sum of all that. That is wealth. It is not just shadows. It is not just highlights. There's all these layers to it. I don't know if you have any idea about like pictures and editing pictures digitally and stuff, but when you look at a picture, it has so many like filters and nuances and things you can contribute to it. And life is sort of like that. It takes all of that to create a picture, right? It takes contrast, levels, brightness, exposure, shadows, highlight, sharpness, clarity, dehazing, tint, temperature, white balance, focus, shutter speed, aperture value, you want to call it, right? All these things come together to create the beautiful picture, or you, right? You are the picture of God. You are the creation of the Lord. You are the child of the universe, and it is shining through you. Wow, wow, wow. If this isn't a message about loving yourself, I don't know what is. So dust yourself up. Do whatever it takes to love yourself. Shake yourself like off in order to feel it. Look in the mirror, hug yourself, talk to yourself, meditate, admire yourself, whatever you need, because really you shouldn't waste any minute not doing that, because you are a miracle, my dear Saggies. Now, let me pick for you a code card and see what do you get. So we get a code card from Maltby Davenport Babcock, and it says, opportunities do not come with their values stamped upon them. Everyone must be challenged. A day dawns quite like other days. In it, a single hour comes quite like other hours, but in that day and in that hour, the chance of a lifetime faces us. I'm going to repeat this twice. Opportunities do not come with their values stamped upon them. Everyone must be challenged. A day dawns quite like other days. In it, a single hour comes quite like other hours, but in that day and in that hour, the chance of a lifetime faces us. Opportunities do not come with their values stamped upon them. Everyone must be challenged. A day dawns quite like other days. In it, a single hour comes quite like other hours, but in that day and in that hour, the chance of a lifetime faces us. What a freaking effing beautiful quote that you just got for today. Wow. So this is talking about the beauty around you that sometimes is unrecognized. Just like sometimes you look at things and you like to categorize them according to duality, forgetting that they're two sides of the same coin by labeling this is negative, this is positive, this is whatever this is, right? Like plus, minus in your mind. A lot of times these are opportunities, because opportunities or beauty, and since it's relative and it's permeating, it does not really come with a value stamped on it. Like the opportunity doesn't come and tell you like, this is, if you take me, this is what's going to happen from now till like 20 years. And that's how this is going to play out. And this is what you're going to get out of it. All of that. Where's the mystery of life in that? If you had all these like answers. And so also you're part of many parts in life, and there's like many things that factor here. There's your good, your higher good, the higher good of someone else, the higher good of this, the higher good of everything. You're part of the universal machine. And so these opportunities, right, they're here. And so you recognize them as opportunities, but you might not recognize their values, right? And so this is saying like you have so many of these opportunities every single day. And every single opportunity, you have got to challenge it. You have got to look at it and try as much as possible to toy with it, entertain it, do it, go through it, absorb it. And it is saying a day dawns like one of these days, right? It's going to look quite like all other days. You're going to wake up, you're going to go through your routine, you're going to deal with these opportunities, and you think everything is always going to be the same. In it, a single hour also comes, and you think that it's just like all of these hours, right? Because a lot of times we take life for granted. Most of the time we don't stop and appreciate the beauty, and so we're like on autopilot and we're going through our day. But in that day and in that hour, the chance of a lifetime faces us. And I'm sure you all experienced this on so many levels, and you will continue to experience that in your life on so many levels. This is talking about these moments that really change the course of our lives or set our life differently, or really do things. And of course there's levels to that. Like there's ones that do minor change, bigger change, major change. And even if you experience all that, you don't know what's ahead of you. You don't know. Whatever's waiting for you, whatever's going to happen, is going to be even more beautiful and more challenging and more growing and more. And sometimes the chance of a lifetime, which is like relative, because everything is relative, right? But that is to say, because when I say that, I don't want to paint my own version of the chance of a lifetime to you, because it's all relative and it's all levels. For some people, this can mean something like this, right? And for some people, it can mean something like that. Like, it depends. And so be open, remain open to beauty, remain connected with the universe. You are loved, you are a child of the universe. This is not it. What you experienced in your life so far does not define what's to come. One day, a day dawns quite like other days. Single hours in it, a single hour comes quite like other hours. But in that day and in that hour, something's gonna happen, and the chance of a lifetime is gonna face you. You did not see what's gonna come yet. You are beautiful. You are a miracle, Sagittarius. I love you so, so, so much. Love yourself, and the universe is going to show you even more how much it loves you. All right, stay blessed, aligned, and connected. Thank you for watching till the end. Thank you for liking this video. It shows me that you appreciate my content. Thank you for sharing this video by clicking on the share button through your social media pages and through word of mouth as well. Thank you for leaving your comments of appreciation and sharing personal experiences. They help me connect and bond with you. Thank you for everyone who already subscribed to my channel. I exist thanks to you, right? This channel exists thanks to you. You keep me going. And for all of you who are watching this video but did not subscribe yet, please do by clicking the subscribe button under this video or at the end of this video. This is your big hug to me, your emotional support for me to keep on spreading beauty and doing this every single day. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Now go out there and love yourselves, because you are beautiful. I love you.